ケモンマスターズはポケモンバトルをスマートフォンで誰もが手軽に楽しめることを目指しているゲームです。
Hello guys, I'm Red Day. Today we're gonna analyze the 2024 New Year's Sync pair, Clair and Drampa. Before we start, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Okay, let's start. So, Clair and Drampa will come out on the 1st of January as a seasonal pair. This sync pair is clearly a dragon type. It has support as her main role and attack as EX role, which is pretty much useless since you're not gonna sync nuke high damage with a support Pokemon. So its standard level 150 status, HP 706, attack 164, defense 302, special attack 210, special defense 316, and then speed 282. So it is pretty close to 300 defense, but yeah, its attack is not too much, so it's basically a standard tank. Now let's go on to its moves. So the first one is Twister, is dragon type, and it's a special attack move. It has a power of 45 and an accuracy of 100. It uses 2 move guard slots and it targets all opponents. And it has a 20% chance of making the target flinch. Basically this isn't a very good move, but yeah, as a seasonal support sync pair, I wouldn't expect too much. What comes next is the second move. It's X Defense All, and it's a special type of move. The mass uses of this X Defense All is 2, and it targets all allies, and as you know, it raises the defense of all allies sync pairs by 2 stat ranks. Then the next move is Dragon Breathe. It also has a dragon type and then a special attack move. But its power is 3, less than Twister. It's 42 power, and its accuracy is still 100. It uses 2 move guard slots as well, and it has a 30% chance of making the target paralyzed. The last move is called You're Good, and it's a special move. It only has a max use of 1, and it targets all allies. It raises the attack and special attack of all allied sync pairs by 2 stat ranks, and it raises the critical hit rate of all allied sync pairs by 3 stat ranks, which is pretty decent since for some sync pairs, you know why? It raises the attack and special attack for 4 stat ranks but not 6. So 4 plus 2 equals to 6, so yeah, it helps some sync pairs to max out their attack and special attack. Here comes a sync move. It's called New Year's Dance Dragon Beam to celebrate the Year of Dragon, and it's dragon type again and a special move. It has a power of 250, but because of the tech roll, it's times 1.5. But I doubt that you'll get a high damage number with the support pair. And it targets an opponent. And the support roll gives you 2 sync buffs after using this sync move. It has no additional effects. Now comes the passive skills. The first one is called Team Move. Team 3 move next 9. Applies the 3 move next effect to all allied sync pairs when the user's trainer uses a move. So this passive skill gives you a 3 move next effect. So it kind of solves the problem of not getting enough move guarders in the first place. The next passive skill is called Initial Synchro Healing 2. restores the HP of all allied sync pairs by approximately 40% of their maximum HP the first time the user's sync move is used each battle. So it's pretty decent because if you count, it's actually the same number of using a potion. The last passive skill is called Team Takes hits from P, which stands for Pokemon like attack move, and then S, which stands for sync move, and then max move. Ignore WTZ like weather, terrain, and zone power up. Ignore the power up effects of weather conditions, terrain, and zones when an ally is hit by an attack move, sync move, or max move. For the lucky skill recommendation, I would choose Vigilance. Protects the user from critical hits. So yeah, it's basically for most of the support pairs. And for the theme skill, it is 4 theme skills: Dragon Support, Jojo, Gym Leader, and Seasonal Outfits. Now let's look at the recommended sync grids for Clair and Drampa. There are 2 right now, and what you're looking at now is the first one. So there is the trainer move, Team Hits and Heal, Revenge Boost 4. So these the first one will apply the gradual healing effects, and then the Revenge Boost will has half chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when you're hit by an attack move. And then First Aid 4 restores the user's HP by 40% when it is in a pinch. It is activated only once. And then Twister Move Gauge Refresh 3 has a 40% chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when the move is successful. And then Team Fist Bump 3 has a 40% chance of restoring the HP of all allied sync pairs when the user's attack move is successful. So this recommended sync grid is used with Clair and if Clair and Drampa is paired with some Pokemon like SS Serena. When SS Serena attacks, she needs to use a move gauge of 4, which is a lot. So you need Clair and Drampa to refresh it so you can use your moves quicker. Let's look at the next sync grid. So there are Berserk Bunch 1. Raises the attack of all allied sync pairs by a stat rank when the user's move is successful, and then Panic Button applies a move gauge acceleration effects to the allied field the first time the user is in a pinch. And also there is Quick Cure, removes the confused, flinching, or trapped conditions when they're activated. It can only be activated once. And then all ramped up 1 raises the special attack of all allied sync pairs by stat rank when the user's move is successful. And then Revenge Boost 4, we've talked about that before. It has a half chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when the user is hit by an attack move. And then the last one is WTZ Change Team Moves up 2. Powers up the moves of all allied sync pairs when the weather conditions, a terrain, or a zone are in effect. So this recommended sync grid is a bit mixed, yeah. So it raises the attack and also special attack of all allied sync pairs. And then it's also recommended when you have a weather, a terrain, or a zone. And also it kind of helps for the move gauge refreshes. To sum it all up, Clair and Drampa isn't really a bad sync pair. However, it cannot raise the special defense of itself, so it might not be as good as some support sync pairs, which can raise both the defense and special defense of all allied sync pairs. The other disadvantage of this pair is that you can only use it if your opponents have a weather condition, terrain, or a zone, and you don't, or else your attack damage will also be lowered. I wouldn't suggest you to pull for this pair unless she is your favorite, considering there are SST and SSAs in Fury Run, and she really isn't that good. Overall, I hope you found my video useful. Remember to like and subscribe, and also feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye!